Evening. Apologies. I thought I'd done my show for 11, but I hadn't. I'd done it for 10. So I'm a little bit late, but we'll be starting shortly. Okay, let's go. Let's go la.
I'm wrapping up this letter that I wrote you. Maybe it's the only way to go through. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. Though it hurts, I only wish you blessings. When intuition talks, you gotta listen. I won't lose myself for anybody. I'm not sorry. Yeah. 'Cause you build me up to break me down. Never respect the love you found. And I had a voice inside the back of my mind. I always knew it deep down. You don't deserve me, babe, I won't lie. Got no more tears to cry. Oh, no looking back this time. No looking back this time. No looking back this time.
Evening, everybody. Can you hear me okay? Can you let me know? Because the music just disappeared, so I wasn't sure whether you could hear me. Can you hear me? Let me know in the chat. Mic working? Sounds good. Good. Hope you're all well. Sorry I'm a bit late. I effed up. I thought my show was at 11. And when I told my wife, yeah, I'm doing the show at 11, she went, what? I thought you said 10. And I was like, oh. And then I ran upstairs and here I am. So we'll crack on. A couple of shout outs while I'm here. Also, massive shout out to like 150 members plus. Unbelievable. Really humbled for the support. Good to have you all on board. Big up Polo. Big up Richard. Big up Alias. Big up Cam. Big up USA Copite. Big up Mikal. Big up James. Big up Redbird, one of my first subscribers. Not forgotten. Also, big up Samir, new member. Good to have you on board. Thank you for the kind words. What's the show called today? Who's leaving? Who's not leaving? That's what we should call it. Who is not leaving? Like, we are. Everybody's got a price tag. Everybody has a price tag right now. I'll tell you what, we might as well drop this bombshell, which just happened probably a couple of minutes ago. This one is very, very interesting. I mean, we all know that Bayern was interested in him, but Bayern have now made an approach to Luis Diaz. Hallelujah, we are going to start moving these players on now. Like, look, Luis Diaz had a good season last season, no doubt. Season before that, he wasn't too bad either, to be fair. He just missed a bag full of chances. But we need to start moving players out, to start moving players in. And the players we're looking to get in are going to be superstars. Some of them are superstars. Some of them are going to be superstars. So, you know, this progression needs to happen now. I know I had Luis Diaz in an Al Nassr shirt. Maybe I should have put him in a Bayern shirt, but looks like Bayern Munich and also Al Nassr are approaching for this one, and hopefully this one can stick. It's an interesting one because it's starting to look like the characters that were brought in and the type of personalities that were brought in over the last couple of years under Klopp and, you know, Linders. I wouldn't say Schmachter. I'd say Klopp and Linders, that one. Looks like they're just not the right characters that Slot wants to carry on for the seasons ahead. And look, at the end of the day, he's got the train set now. You know, he's got the keys to the car now. You know, he is accountable. Like, with the signings he's made and the signings he's going to make and the transfers that are going to go out of the club, he's accountable to deliver. So it's on him, this one now. Like, everybody said, oh, we won the league with Jurgen's team. Well, it was Slot's tactics and his man management that won us the league, let's be fair. And the fact that he could keep players on the pitch was pretty important as well. And that he got some players who were dog toffee under Jurgen, and Jurgen couldn't get a tune out of them. He got them purring. So I see nothing but green shoots next season with the players that we've got already and the players that we're going to get. We can get 75 million quid for Luis Diaz, then that is just fantastic business. It just is. Like, make no bones about it, it's fantastic business. It just is. And if we do get the money for Diaz, then maybe we'll reduce the fee for Nunez and then he can move to Napoli, because they're refusing to budge on the 50 million euros. And we want 70 or 60 or 70. I think we're 20 million euros short of the price that we want with Napoli. So if we can get money for Diaz, then the Napoli deal will probably get done. And it might even just end up with Nunez, a bit of money, and Osherman in the opposite direction. That's how it might end up. Like, they were talking about 17 million quid short on the deal. So if we did a swap for Osherman, Nunez, and Chiesa, they still wanted 17 million quid. Well, if we manage to move on Luis Diaz, then maybe we'll pocket that. Maybe we'll just go, yeah, there you go, just take that. Let's just settle on 10. There you go. So it's an interesting one. We paid 37 million quid for him, Polo. Like, if we can get 70 million quid, then that's a fantastic bit of business. And it's Richard Hughes just doing it again, isn't it? Doing it again. Like, just, the guy's an absolute machine. Like he's just finished with those three and potentially Guehi in the next couple of days. And then he's like, okay, let's start selling shit. Let's start getting money for the players going out. And he plays hardball. Doesn't mess around. Bayern Munich will have to pay for this guy because Al Nassr will be putting the money up and Bayern will have to match it because I'm sorry, Luis Diaz, but Liverpool don't give a crap if they keep you. We don't give a crap if we keep you. If we keep you for another 2 years, then we keep you for another 2 years. We've got no intention of renewing your contract. So we'll just sit on you. We'll just sit you for another year and then sell you next season and keep you as a backup player. But Bayern Munich need to pony up and pay. They really do. Because they have to match. They have to match Al Nassr. Otherwise we ain't gonna budge. There's no lowballing for this guy. No. They're not doing what Barcelona did. And I mean, I'm not even going to talk about that now because Fabrizio Romano's popped this one. But there's rumours that Luis Diaz's camp has contacted Barcelona's camp to try and renegotiate a deal back to the table. Which for me, he can fuck off now. Like, he can fuck off. He can find another club. I don't need players doing scummy shit. Like, we've literally got one that we're trying to get to Napoli who's done scummy shit. Like, who's done scummy stuff. Like, deleted all his media from Liverpool. Had a paddy on a pitch and nearly took out some fans with chairs. Like, you know, had a whinge, had a go at Salah at training. Like, didn't put the effort in training. Like, came onto the pitch and just walked around. Like, I don't need scummy players at the club. I don't need the scummy players anymore. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Start with Nunes and then move on to Diaz and then work your way around the team. Like, there's still a few more left. Don't need them. Just got another member in. Oh, big up, Sean. Hope you are well in the house. There hasn't been any get-ins lately, have they? I know. What's it all about, Rasta? Like, how dare they? How dare they make us wait like 1 or 2 days for get-ins? I know. They're slacking, aren't they? Apparently the rumours about Mark Guehi agreeing terms is not true, but it's close. Like, it's close. Okay, so the deal will get done with Guehi, but he hasn't agreed terms. Okay, so that's false. That's according to Lewis Steele. Okay, it's an interesting one. I wanted to talk about a lot of players leaving, which I wanted to also kind of cover a little bit about, like, the fact that there's a lot of people talking about our academy not producing, when I would say our academy's done its job to Edwards and Hughes's standards, but it needs to progress more, like, in the future. But I would say that the academy is definitely doing what it's supposed to do. And we all need to understand that the academy isn't going to produce a Trent Alexander-Arnold, like, every year. It's just not going to happen. It might happen every 5 years. It might happen every 10 years. But it's just not going to happen like that. The academy, if you utilize it correctly, is a way to generate cash to buy players that will be in the first team, or to buy development players which will be developed to be first team players, with the academy players that are not good enough to make it into the first team. And that's what the academy should be used for. Manchester City, Chelsea, Manchester United used to do it really well. Those are the types of teams that utilize their academies the right way. Barcelona, Real Madrid, some Italian teams do it. They utilize their academies the right way. I mean, if you really want to go into like loads of detail about academies, then you can look at PSG, you can look at Monaco, you can look at Benfica, you can look at Sporting. They utilize the academy the right way, as in they get these kids in, build them up to a certain extent, and then test them. Are you good enough to be in the Premier League? Are you good enough to play for Liverpool? No. Okay. Are you good enough to be in the Premier League? Yes. Okay. What type of club can you play for? Okay, you're only going to be able to play for like the bottom half club. Okay, we will sell you then. And we didn't pay much money for you. We kept you for a couple of years, built you up, and now you're ready to go on to play for another club. Quansah, Elliott, Doak, Gordon, possibly Morton now. And then you've got the likes of, Owen Beck. You've got the likes of, who else? We've sold loads of academy players. Like we sold Carvalho, we sold Sepp Vandenberg. There's a list of players that we've sold that continues, and there's a potential that we could generate between, I don't know, 100 to 200 million just off those player sales from our academy. And you have to look at it then. The academy's been pretty good. Like, it's created near enough 200 million. If we sell Elliott and we sell Doak and obviously Morton and a couple of other those players go, the academy could generate around 200 million for money back into the club to buy players. So it's an interesting scenario to look at, and that's how I see it, and I think that's how Hughes and Edwards will see it in the future. Like, they'll get these kids in and play them. They'll never get first team football. They'll never be good enough for first team football. But what they know they'll be good enough for is, in a couple of years, after a couple of loans, we can then treble the money we paid. So if we paid £1 million for this goalkeeper from Hungary, in 5 years' time, we might sell him for 20. That's kind of how things work. I think it's interesting. We paid 1.5 million for Elliott. We're potentially going to get 50 million for him. Like, you have to look at it like that. We paid nothing for Quansah. We're getting 35 million for him. We paid 500,000 for Doak. We're potentially going to get 20 million for him. We might even just put him in as a swap with Guehi and 30 million or 20 million. So you have to look at it like that. It's interesting. What else have I got? Rodrigo's. He's not staying at Real Madrid. He's not staying at Real Madrid. I mean, at the end of the day, like, he's supposed to have had a conversation with Xabi Alonso about his position of where he's going to be, and his position is the bench. So I don't know what more he wants. Like, the reason he wants out is because he's being benched. Well, you're benched in a tournament that's worth nothing. Like, it's a rubbish tournament. Like, the writing's on the wall there, mate. Like, you need to just see it, Rodrigo. And if we sell Diaz, maybe we get him. I don't know. We're moving in ways that nobody can predict. Nobody can predict the ways we're moving. Maybe we go and sign him. Take him from Arsenal and make them all cry salty tears. What else have we got then? I've got a couple of things for you, actually. So this one I'm not happy about. So it looks like Newcastle are about to take one of our youth team players, Isaac Moran. So that's about to happen. So we're getting a couple of our youngsters picked off, which is probably the reason why we got rid of quite a lot of our academy staff, because they're not being able to keep hold of these guys. I obviously mentioned the swap. This is from Ed Aarons, who's in The Guardian. So Bendo could well be thrown in that package. Could be thrown in that package, because They want 45 to 50 million for Guehi, and we rate him as 35 to 40. Someone's going to meet in the middle. Maybe Ben Doak meets in the middle. I don't know. We'll see how that develops. So these are the departures that have happened from the club permanently. All youth team players. So you've got Jakub Ognecki, Dominic Cornus, Rhys Truman, Lee Jonas, Lewis Marcus, Harry Evers, and Jacob Potras. I think 2 of them are goalkeepers. 3 of those are goalkeepers, I think. So that's 8 who have left permanently on free transfers. And then Karim Ahmed, Kerio Figueroa, Emmanuel Erboma, Welty Lucky, Terence Miles, Renal Young, Michael Laffey, and Kyle Kelly have all been offered contracts. Obviously, Welton Lucky is one that we really want to keep. He's highly rated. But all the others have been offered contracts, so we'll see what happens with them. There's been a lot of interest in Morton. West Ham are the ones which are leading the race on Tyler Morton. West Ham are the ones that are leading the race because they wanted him last year, West Ham, but also Club Brugge, Ajax, by the way. Interesting. Ajax got links there, remember? Also Braga, and are Leipzig interested anymore? No. So a couple of clubs interested in Morton. I think what's promising is they're not League One clubs. Like they're reputable clubs, like top tier clubs that are towards like the higher echelon of their leagues, which I think is good. Club Brugge, I think, are in the Champions League. Ajax are in the Champions League. Obviously, West Ham on. I think Braga might be in the Europa League. So that's an interesting one. Obviously, Florent Pettenberg's talked about Guehi in much advanced talks now. He is our number 1 on the list, in case you didn't know. Mark Guehi is top of the list. Florent Pettenberg's been pretty right so far. Obviously, we all know about Ekitike. Look, I think it's been mentioned that Ekitike is one of the 3, yeah? And I think it was pretty obvious that that list of 5 was eventually going to go down to 3 or 2. Like, it was eventually going to do that. Obviously, Gyökeres looks like we're not going to go there, and it looks like Alvarez is probably something we're probably not going to touch now. And that's where the list is now, where it's Isaac, Osimhen, and Ekitike. Obviously, Fabrizio Romano is gonna mention stuff about players. He just is. We still haven't spoken to his club, but we have spoken to Ekitike. Well, that's fine, but we still haven't spoken to his club. I think Ekitike is the player we sign if we don't sign Isaac, but I still think we get Osimhen anyway. I feel it in my bones. I still believe we're going to go for 2. And if we don't go for 2 of those 2, then we go for a winger and a 9. But I still believe that Diaz, Nunes, and Jota and Chiesa all go. I still believe that. Like, there's no reason to keep Jota. He's 29 this year. He's just like, what's the point? He's on 150 grand a week and he can't play football. Like he's better at FIFA than football right now. Like, he's just got married as well. So what? So his mind's going to be distracted by that. Like we don't need this guy anymore. I'm sorry. Like, there's plenty of clubs that could go and get him, and we could get maybe 30 million for him. But yeah, McConnell is definitely the replace. I'm sad to say this, but I actually think McConnell is the replacement for Endo. I know Endo said he wants to stay, but the club haven't made that clear. The club have not made that clear. I think Slot sees McConnell as Endo's replacement. He can come on in games. He can close games off. He's got a bit of snarly about him. I like McConnell. I think McConnell's got a career. I do. No, Endo's got a great attitude. I'm not knocking that at all. But I think he goes after the tour. I think he goes after the tour. I do. I think he goes. And he goes back to Germany. I really do. Sorry. He's also non-homegrown. We need to move non-homegrown out of the club. We need to start moving those guys out of the club. I don't think he'll go on loan. I think he'll stay, and I think he'll be Endo's replacement. And I still think Morton will go. Morton will go. What were we looking at there? Okay, yeah, we were looking at the three strikers. Interesting thing with Robbo. Robbo still hasn't made a decision, and we still have two left backs that are available to move. We still have Kostas Tsimikas and Andy Robertson who are available to move. Nothing's changed. Absolutely nothing's changed. We have a problem with we've got too many left backs now. So don't be surprised if that one comes completely out the blue. If it's a Kostas or a Robbo, don't be surprised. I have no idea why an Italian team just doesn't go and get Robbo. Like Kyle Walker went and had a great season at AC Milan. Well, he didn't have a great season at AC Milan because they didn't have a great season. But he went over there and he was fine. That's a great replacement. That's a great player to sign in Italy. He'd do a great job. Yeah, I'm always wrong on a few things. 100%. 100%. I'm just giving you my opinion. That's all. It's not the gospel. It's just my opinion. I don't think Endo will play for Liverpool next season. I just don't. I think McConnell will take his place. McConnell needs to have a good pre-season, by the way. That needs to happen. If McConnell gets an injury, then maybe that won't happen. Or if McConnell doesn't play well. But I do think that we are looking to move players on. And there's plenty of them that we can move on. And Kostas Tsimikas and Andy Robertson are part of them as well. Maybe both, maybe just one. I don't know. But we are still interested in Jarrell Hatto. That's not gone away. That has not gone away. Jarrell Hatto is still a keen interest of Liverpool. Whether we sign him or not, I don't know. But if we move both our left backs on, then we will need another left back. And Jarrell Hatto fits the bill. Absolutely fits the bill. Or Joe Gomez. Who we got? Obviously, Blackpool. We're looking at getting their winger, Gabriel Schluter. That's one that could happen. I think that's around 1.5 million. I'm not 100% sure where that actually came from. It might have actually been leaked by Blackpool by accident. But yeah, that could happen. This one is wild. This one just cries out to me that Isaac is definitely a possibility now. Newcastle are interested in Elliott. If Elliott goes to Newcastle, that Isaac is on. That Isaac has to be on. there has to be conversations around Isaac then. It's the same scenario with Wirtz and Bayer Leverkusen where they took Quansah. Like, obviously conversations are being had with the clubs and they're talking back and forth. So who's available then? You got anyone that we can take? If you're looking at Isaac? Yeah, we've got Harvey Elliott if you want him. Oh, okay, yeah, we'll look at him. Elliott and Jota, 100%. Perfect. I'm not being funny. Like, maybe even Elliott and Nunes. If we can't get Nunes to Napoli, Elliott and Nunes. Cool. I don't care. As long as they're off our books. Frimpong snubbing Neville. Funny. This one was interesting. Chiesa wants to leave. So all of the stuff about Chiesa, wants to fight for his place. He's happy. He wants to try hard. All of this, no. Transfer expert Fabrizio Romano reports that Federico Chiesa wants to leave the club. He wants to leave Liverpool. Okay, didn't work out. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Take those wages off us and give us 15 million quid for him. I'm a big fan of Chiesa, but I'm a big fan of Chiesa from 5 years ago, unfortunately. It's a little bit like Thiago. I'm a big fan of Thiago before he came to Liverpool, unfortunately. Yeah, Chiesa, go back to Italy, go and get in the World Cup team and prove us wrong. What else have I got? This one was interesting. So Malik Fofana. Malik Fofana hasn't agreed terms with Nottingham Forest, but Lyon have agreed terms with Nottingham Forest on the deal for Malik Fofana to go, which means Nottingham Forest have probably ponied up 40 million for this guy. But they are waiting for Liverpool, Chelsea, or Bayern Munich or Napoli to make an offer, and that's Fofana. That's not Lyon. So basically, Malik Fofana's waiting for a Champions League team to take him. I don't know. Maybe Luis Diaz goes and we get Fofana in. I really don't know. Maybe that's what happens. I don't know. But he wants to come to Liverpool. We've had conversations with him. His agents even said he wants to come to Liverpool. I think maybe we need to get rid of some players. But this might be a case of Liverpool might go and step in now because another club's showing interest. We've done this before. Maybe we do it again. I don't know. Obviously, Arsenal are making big progress on Gyökeres, so he'll probably end up at Arsenal. There's conversations. There's been an interview with Jose Mourinho who talked about Osimhen, and he basically just said if he had 75 million, he'd buy him. He thinks he's the best thing since sliced bread. So he basically said that his numbers are just amazing. He averaged 0.57 goals a game. That's just bonkers. They're like Mo Salah numbers. It's almost a goal a game. It's just bonkers numbers. 12 months. He's got 12 months left on his contract, and the release clause ends on the 15th of July. Really, really interesting that it ends on the 15th of July. So the player has all the power. So what have I got for you now? I've got this bit here, which is basically how we can raise a load of money. Before I delve into this, Please hit the like and subscribe. I'm on the way to 1,500. Ideally, I'd really love to get to like 1,500 by the end of July. That would be amazing. That'd be like a nice little milestone. Yeah, that'd be great. I'm just going to give a shout out to a few people just for a couple of minutes. Big up Mezzy. Big up Bill. Or Bye, sorry. Big up Mikey. Big up Andrew. Big up Kathy. Big up Red Rebellion. Big up Buffalo. Who else we got? Emil. Big up Emil. Bizzle's in the house. Obviously Rasta. Hope you are well. Zane. Gary, as always. What else we got? Tahir. Oh God, there's so many of you in here. Hang on. Should put a like a pause thing on it or something. Keeps on going right back to the start, right back to the end when I'm trying to do shout out. Big up Paul. Big up Liverpool 67. Big up Carlos. Not seen you in here before. If you're not a subscriber, please hit the subscribe, mate, and let me know. Big up LFC Shankly. Big up Harrison. SK Bari. Who else we got? I think that is it. There's probably more, but I've missed out. Oh, big up Arish. Also, big up John. Not a member anymore, I noticed. Also, big up Eric. Big up Colin. And that's it for now. What else have we got? Also, big up Bonkers. What have we got? What have we got? So let's have a look at players who could potentially leave and what kind of dosh we could get in. So Liverpool could raise over 200 million in sales. So players that we could get money off, obviously 10 million off Trent, 18 million off Breven already. Nat Phillips was 3 million. Gerald Quant was 35. Actually, should we add all this up? Should we add all these up? Let me get the old calculator out. Let's work this out. So we got 10 for Trent, plus 18 for Queven, plus 3 for Nat Phillips. How do we get 3 million for Nat Phillips? I do not know, but we did. So that's everybody that's been sold now, which comes to 66 million already. Then we're looking at 40 million for Elliott. I think it'd be 50 if I'm honest. 15 million for Tyler Morton. He's had a really good Euros as well. Set up 2 of the goals. It's a really good cross for the goal. That's 121 million. Then we're looking at 50 million for Nunes. Then we're looking at 15 million for Chiesa. I'm going to put 10 million. And I'm also going to put 10 million for Kostas Tsimikas. My God, that takes us up. That takes us up to 191 million. Can you see that? That takes us up to 191 million in player sales, and we still haven't added. We haven't added Endo, Diaz, Doak, Kumas. I mean, Jota. Like, there's still a huge amount of money Like, okay, so say we do the 190, say we get the 191, which we probably will off all of those player sales. Yeah. And then we throw in some curveballs. Yeah. So say we get a 70 million pound bid for Diaz. Okay, add Diaz onto that. Yeah. And then I don't know, say Doak. Say we get 15 million for, say we get 20 million for Doak. That takes it up to 281 million, and we still haven't got Robbo, Jota, Endo. I don't know whether we'll keep Gomez. We've also still got Kumas, Gordon, Reece Williams, Owen Beck, Callum Chambers, Calvin Ramsey, like Stefan Bacecic. If that's one that might go, like we don't know whether Stefan Bacecic is going to stay. Like seriously, Liverpool have a lot of players that can be sold for money, and that is something which so many clubs can't say the same. Like there's so many clubs out there that just cannot say the same. Like they just can't say, like, oh, we're going to sell blah 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 for this much, or we're going to sell blah 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 for that much. No, they're not. Like, who are Arsenal going to sell? Who are Arsenal going to get any money for? Like, Jorginho went on a free. Thomas Partey's going on a free. Kieran Tierney went on a free. Like I don't know. Like, who are Arsenal going to sell? Like, who are Manchester City going to sell to make any money off? Who are Manchester United going to sell to make any money off? Like, who are Chelsea going to sell to make any money off? Like, a lot of teams just seem to be loaning players out. Like, are Aston Villa going to be able to sell anyone? Like, if they're not Saudi based, Liverpool have a lot of players who are worth money. Like, they're worth money. Like, there's 280 million quid worth of players that lots of clubs would take off us. It's a great position to be in. It's a great position to be in. Really is. Like, we have to be really excited about how things are going, how things are working out. Like, the money's there and the money is coming in to buy more or to invest more or to just, I don't know, just keep at the club for another year if you need to. Really good. Really good. Really good to see. Got a few more bits I wanted to cover. So this was so I wanted to show you the gap in the transfer fee. I'm just going to quickly double check. Man City are ready to rival Liverpool for Salford City, promising young striker Will Wright. Okay. Liverpool are still awaiting offers from Napoli for Darwin Núñez. That's new. I can talk to you about that. West Ham are ready to offer 15 million for Tyler Morton. I think we'll probably get more, I genuinely do. We're just dons. Like, we'll probably just get more money. We're just so good at doing this stuff. I think we'll probably just get more money. I think maybe we might even get 20 for Morton now. If there's other clubs interested, then that's a shoo-in. We're going to make that a price thing, aren't we? We're going to make that like, oh well, there's other clubs interested, so the price went up. Sorry. I'm just going to share a couple of things that have just popped up. Man City ready to rival Liverpool for Salford City, promising young striker Will Wright. That's from the Mail. Liverpool are still waiting offers from Napoli for Darwin Núñez. and are aware of Bundesliga interest in Harvey Elliott, who could be sold, but offers above 40 million with a buyback option. Brighton are long-term admirers. I don't think Brighton will bite on that one. And also, this is all from the Mail recently. Tyler Morton, also Braga. I think he'd go to West Ham. Also, this one popped up as well. Anis Hadid Muset, who is a long slot as a long-time admirer of this guy. Interest from Liverpool and Nottingham Forest. It's interesting that Nottingham Forest have gone for Malik Fofana, and they're interested in this. So they're interested in wingers. So he could be one to watch. Feyenoord have slapped a price on him. Brentford have just signed the Feyenoord wonder kid Milano, who was like 20 million. They're going to spend 20 million on, by the way, in case you didn't know. Brentford just out the blue signing a 20 million attacking midfielder, just completely out the blue. That isn't going to help Carvalho. That signing is not going to help Carvalho. That's a guy that goes right in Carvalho's place. Like, he's going to have to fight it out with Carvalho. And I think that guy's probably more talented, if I'm honest. He's a good player. What else have I got for you? This one was interesting. This is the 20 million euro short on the deal for Nunes. I think what's interesting, though, if there's articles saying that Napoli are 20 million short on Nunes, and then you've got the Mail saying that Liverpool are waiting for Napoli to make a bid, how do they know we're 20 million short? How do they know we're 20 million short on the valuation? Like, if they haven't made a bid already? I don't know. Do what you want with that one. We also have to laugh at Manchester City, who got beat by Al Hilal and haven't won any trophies this season. None whatsoever. Like, first time Pep hasn't won anything in a long time. And we have to laugh at them. We have to laugh at them for losing against Al Hilal, who basically just buy loads and loads of players who just want to play in front of 100 fans in a sweatbox in Saudi Arabia, and they beat in Manchester City. So that one makes me laugh. Makes me laugh. Obviously, this is the bit about Luis Diaz, which is a bit scummy, if I'm completely honest, and that's why Slot's got two of his fingers up. Liverpool starter calls Euro Giants directly to express his willingness to join in unexpected move. I don't know whether this is true or not, but reports are saying that he's contacted Barcelona to try and get this going himself from Ben Jacobs, and Al Nassr are ready to offer 73 million. I'm here for it. Like, I am here for it. I'm here for it all day. What else have I got? Yeah, this was the one about, this is from David Ornstein, by the way. Liverpool may lose key duo with left-back logjam, now causing major issue. So David Ornstein said that we might lose Robbo and Costas. So that's not me saying it. That's DO. So who knows what's going to happen with that one. Look, at the end of the day, if they're not going to play football, then they're not going to play football. Like, find another club. Like, you're literally clogging up over 250 grand's worth of wages. If you're not playing football, we're not paying you 250 grand to be on the bench, like Costas and Robbo. So I'm sorry, like I'm not sentimental anymore. Like the club shouldn't be sentimental. The manager shouldn't be sentimental anymore. It shouldn't be about making friends. It should be about winning trophies and competing at the highest level every single year. And you have to be ruthless. And you have to be ruthless. You have to let these players go. Like if they're not good enough, then you have to let them go. Like if you bought replacements for them, then you have to move them on. You just have to. Like, and we're not going to give Robbo a new contract, and we certainly didn't want to let him leave on a free to Atletico Madrid. So we're clearly waiting for a cash offer. That's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for the cash. Show us the money. He's available for 10 million. So this was an interesting one. So Nunes turned 26 on Tuesday, so he's not a kid. People stop calling him that. And Jota's 29. Like, they both need to go. We need to replace these two. Like, we need a number 9, and we need a player that can play rotation in the 9 and the left back and the left wing position. And then we can move Diaz on as well. And also Chiesa needs to go. We don't need a billion strikers. We just don't. We need 2 number 9s, and one of those number 9s can rotate in other positions. And we need 1 left winger and 1 right winger. And we're fine. Like, we are fine. There'll be plenty of games to play if we have 2 centre forwards, and one of those centre forwards can rotate with the left winger, as in Cody. Because you've got Wirtz, who can play everywhere. You've got Mo Salah, who will always be there. And then if you don't have Mo, you can also play Frimpong there. And you've also got Dominic Szoboszlai, who can play right across the left wing, the right wing, a false 9. Like, and if you want to keep Jadon Danns, then you keep Jadon Danns. Like, job done. Or if you want to get a Malik Fofana in, who can just rotate, then you go and get that done. But those 4 players need to leave. The rebuild happens when those leave, because they're all non-homegrown and they need to move on. And obviously Fabrizio hit us with this today. A lot of people are excited. A lot of people aren't. Like, I don't know how you feel on it. If we don't get Isaac, but we get Osherman, and we still want one more, I'm fine with Ekitike, because Ekitike can play wide. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. But I really want Isaac. Like, I really want Isaac. And we really want Isaac. But yeah, if we need another, because we don't get Isaac, then we get baby Isaac, who's the equivalent of Isaac in the next couple of years, if all goes to plan. But we have to sign an Osherman. We have to sign a elite number 9. The elite number 9 has to happen. And then you can have a project as well. Have a project behind that, but you can't have a project number 9. It has to be an elite number 9. That's how it works. It has to. What else have we got for you? Obviously, the Malik Fofana stuff. Just mentioned that. What's that? Okay, there's a load of stuff that's just popped in, which who's that? Okay, it's Trey Ione. Yeah, just obviously Trey Ione's been signed up on a new deal. He's 18 now. Yeah, really, that's really good news that we got Trey signed up. I don't know whether he'll go on loan. I don't know. Like, I really don't know whether he'll go on loan. We might keep him around. I genuinely don't know. So this has just dropped about Nunes. So Napoli want Nunes, according to Fabrizio Romano. He's just done a podcast about an hour ago. Yeah, so Nunes is already convinced on Napoli, but we're too far. We're still quite far apart on the fees. So Darwin Nunes, because there's interest from Napoli, but at the moment no agreement between the club on the transfer fee. There is still a gap between Liverpool and Napoli, and this is a significant gap as of today on the valuation of the player. If Liverpool receives 70 million for Nunes, then it could allow them to deal for Isaac, Hugo Ekitike, or Victor Osimhen. Okay, that's really interesting. So it's Isaac, Hugo Ekitike, or Victor Osimhen. Are you reading the wording? Are you reading the wording on this? So if Liverpool receives 70 million for Nunes, then it could allow them to fund a deal for Alexander Isak, one name, Hugo Ekitike, or Victor Osimhen. So that's Isaac or Ekitike or Osimhen. So it's Isaac or one or the other. That's what I'm reading. Maybe I'm reaching. Maybe I'm reaching, but I'm reading that as we want Isaac and then we want one of the others. When I thought it was the other way round. I thought it was we go for Osimhen, we go for Isaac. If we don't get Isaac, then we get Ekitike. Maybe if we get Ekitike, we go for. Sorry, maybe if we get Isaac, we go for Ekitike. If we can't get Osimhen. Like, we sign Isaac and baby Isaac. So we sign Isaac and then we get a guy who can learn off Isaac how to be Isaac. That sounds mad. Anyway, so looks like we're still a bit short, and it looks like we're basing the market on Cunha and Pedro. So we're basically looking at Nunes and going, hang on a minute, João Pedro's gone for 60 million and Cunha's gone for 62 million. Why isn't Nunes going for the same amount? I think that's what we're basing it off, and rightly so. Like, you can literally use that to justify it. Like, but that's Premier League, isn't it? So, and this was also, I think this was today. The number Liverpool will sell for. Obviously, we bought them for 37. David Lynch said we will sell for 72.5 million. That's the magic number. And if we do sell Diaz or Nunes, we then go straight in for Isaac. And that's what everything is pointing at. Everybody is talking about the same thing. Fabrizio Romano is talking about it. All the reporters are talking about it. As soon as we get that money, we are in for Isaac. That's what it looks like. That's what it looks like. This was also according to Corella de la Sport, they were in contact with his agents. However, Liverpool are demanding substantial amount of money. Napoli are willing to pay up. So it's just Napoli again, just not putting the money in the pockets. They've literally just won the league. Like, just pay the piper, will you? What else have I got? I think I am done. Yeah, I think I'm done. I will show you this though, because this popped up today and I read it and I thought, that's interesting. So I'll read it out to you. So this popped up today. Let me just close a couple of screens. It's quite a read, so just bear with me. Okay, so this was TalkSport. So Liverpool agree 120 million swap deal involving out of favour England star before Newcastle backtracked. Okay, so this was last year. Liverpool and Newcastle could somehow find themselves entangled in a 120 million transfer tug-of-war for the second straight summer. TalkSport understands Elliott is keen on a move away from Anfield this summer, with Leipzig also keeping tabs on him. They haven't got the money. Liverpool will demand a fee of more than 40 million to sell the playmaker. Newcastle offered 45 million for what's his name? Anthony Elanga. So Newcastle have money to buy Elliott. Okay, let's just put that one on the table. Liverpool will demand a fee more than 40 million to sell the playmaker, which is the similar figure that they valued his England teammate Joe Gomez last year. The latter was all set to complete a 45 million switch to Newcastle in June 2024, with Anthony Gordon moving the other way. According to the Daily Mail, Gordon, who was away on Euros 2024 duty, even had a medical booked in Leipzig for his 75 million transfer. So we were going to pay 75 million and Joe Gomez for Anthony Gordon last year. Okay, that's the number. It's pretty similar for Isaac. 130 million is the number that's being touted around. According to the Daily Mail, Gordon was away on the Euros and had a medical booked 75 million. Former Newcastle co-owner Amanda Staveley, who played a pivotal role in orchestrating the Saudi public investment fund's takeover, confirmed Liverpool's interest. 52-year-old sold her shares in Tyneside outfit weeks after the sustainability deadline. She later told The Athletic, "I knew it was coming in terms of me leaving, but the fans and PIF deserved every focus of mine. Deserved every focus of mine. I had to leave. I had left before the PSR deadline, and we'd breached. Then that would have been bad. It was very, very difficult, but I was determined to make sure Newcastle had a clear runway. My biggest concern was that we'd lose Isaac or Anthony Gordon, because Liverpool chased him, and both are extraordinary players. Liverpool were after both players last season. We were looking at Gordon and we were looking at Isaac. Things don't change. Things do not change. Like, haven't been born in Liverpool, blah, blah, blah. Okay. The winger moved later. But however, Newcastle pulled the plug on Gordon's potential return to Merseyside after a series of last-minute sales elsewhere. Elliot Anderson went to Forest for 35 million, and Brighton's 33 million capture of Yakubu Minteh covered the 40 to 75 million money. And that was the revenue they needed. So they didn't have to sell Gordon, and they didn't have to sell Isaac. The Gordon one is interesting. It's one I've always kept in my back pocket as one that could be revisited, because he was very close to joining Liverpool last year, really close, to an extent where the deal was down to the final stages, and I think Newcastle just decided we actually can't part company with this guy. But I think it would take a big offer, and maybe they're going to have to get players off the payroll before they look at that. Since then, Liverpool have sold Trent, Queven, Gerrard, and now Elliott is up for sale as well. Elliott is among the backup options for the number 10, but only time will tell if he is servicing 150 million rated Isaac in red, black and white on the transfer balance sheet. I wanted to read you that one because that one goes back a long way, and it's just proof that Liverpool do go back on deals. Like, they do go back on deals. there's also something I wanted to show you as well. This is unbelievable. Okay, this isn't a bomber or anything, but this is unbelievable. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm going to share an image that I took. This one's going to drive you nuts. So, did you actually know that we tried to sign Alexander Isak twice already? Did anybody know that in the chat? We actually tried to sign him twice. Okay. So in 2016, Liverpool were one of the leading candidates for the signature of Isak almost 9 years ago. They even held a secret meeting with AIK officials and Isak's agent to convince him to come to Anfield, as Swedish outlet Matchday reported. Did anyone know this? I didn't know this. The club's former director of research, Ian Graham, revealed to the Financial Times back in 2022, Liverpool's data team were keen on Isak. This is the second time round. However, Jurgen Klopp vetoed them and they signed Darwin Núñez, unfortunately. Let me just get rid of the banner so you can see the rest. The option between Isak and Darwin Núñez, with Jurgen Klopp having the final call. The infamous opted for the latter. IAK are a Swedish team, and we had a secret meeting. That got leaked from Swedish media. That didn't come from the UK. That's not like FSG leaking stuff now. But it just shows that we've wanted Isak for a long time, and Isak knows that we have wanted him for a long time. And this is the thing I'm trying to say. We are in a position to offer Isak everything he can dream of. All his dreams could be made true. He could win the Premier League. He could win the Champions League. There's nothing that he can't achieve at Liverpool. He knows that he's going to have to wait a long time to achieve that at Newcastle. He knows that. And he's 26. He's not getting any younger. He needs to make the decision this summer, because we're not going back for him. We're not going back for him. If we don't get Isak, then we get Ekitike, and Ekitike becomes the next Isak under Liverpool's tutelage. He just does. And he'll probably be a beast. He'll probably be a beast under Slot. But you want a guy to come in and just smash the ground running, you go and get him. And we tried twice before. Who else have we tried to sign before? Florian Wirtz. Who else have we tried to sign before? Frimpong. Who else have we tried to sign before? Exactly. We're just correcting the wrongs that were made in the past, and we're going back to get the guys that we wanted in the first place. And now they've progressed to better things. So we've got them. But we didn't have to make them world class. We haven't made them world class. They've been made world class somewhere else. And this is something we haven't done before. We haven't bought world class. And this was always the thing that we wanted. We wanted to buy world class. We are in a position to buy world class. We have the right people in the club who will take world-class players, who will make world-class players hug them as they're coming through the doors at Anfield. And if you haven't watched the first day video of Kirkes, Wirtz and Frimpong, then you clearly don't know what Richard Hughes does in the background, because the guys are hugging him as they're walking in the club. Like, he's there to greet them, and they're like, the real deal. Anyway, I'm going to finish the show here. I hope you've all enjoyed this one. 280 million pounds worth of players. We could move on from the club. Not a problem. We will not miss them. And the replacements will be incredible. They will be incredible replacements for those guys. Your Guahis, your Isaacs, your Oshimans, maybe Ekatike. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Who knows what we're going to do? Maybe Jarrell Hatto. I don't know where Liverpool go. Like, we were in a position where we won the league and we had a few positions where we were under strength. We've now strengthened those positions. We're now even stronger. Like we won the league with less than what we've got. Now we've got more, and we're stronger in left back position, right back position, number 10 position. Like, we'll be stronger in the defensive position. We'll be stronger in the attacking position. Like, sky's the limit. And they're all young players. They're all 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Like, wow. Anyway, I haven't got any super chats to read out, unfortunately. If you do want to become a member, please become a member. I'm going to do a show next week called Football and Rabbit Holes. It's going to be fun. Going to talk about conspiracies. Going to talk about anything you want. It's all for the members. It's only £1 to join to become a member. So please just be a member and get involved and support the channel. Be amazing. And if you can't do that, then just hit the likes. And if you want to do a little bit more, subscribe. Just subscribe. It's free, and hit your notification bell, and you'll get notified when I go live. And I try not to be late. Apologies. I was downstairs doing a jigsaw puzzle, talking to my wife, and she reminded me. So big up her, big up wifey, reminded me. And I am out of here. You have a wonderful evening, and we will catch up again tomorrow. And no doubt there's going to be more news. Good night. I will see you all later on. You take care, and I will now transfer you over to Don's show. Please hit the KMack raid. I always spelled raid wrong. Please type in KMack raid, and I will catch you all later. Much love. Good night. Goodbye. God bless.